Welcome to JHouze Radio, episode 42. We have our homegirl, the amazing. She's married to, well, not married to, but she's has her very own personal Ghostbuster in her life. Viv,
Yay!
how's it going?
Hi.
Actually, are you guys married?
No, we're
Yeah,
not.
not yet. Oh,
No.
okay,
Not yet. I
okay.
don't think.
Well, spiritually,
His
you're.
niece already made. His niece already prepared our whatchamacallit, our wedding. She knows where we're gonna go, what color our dress is, blah blah blah.
That scared the
Okay.
hell out of me. Well, spiritually, I guess you guys are there. Um.
Fluffy.
Fluffy wants to
Aw.
join the show, chat. Fluffy's
Hi,
joining our
Fluffy.
he's joining our intro here. And then also we have the amazing, the most talented, the JHouze Studios mascot, Fluffy, is in the house. How's it going, Fluff? How's your day going, Fluff? What you do today?
Hi, Cosita.
Great talking with you, buddy.
Fluffy was her doggy cousin and actually behaved.
Oh man.
So cute.
And as always, my brother from another mother, Los, Mr. Maui himself. How's it going, man? How you doing?
Hola, mucho gusto.
You're welcome.
Oh man.
Fluffy, shut up.
So yeah, guys, we got a few topics that we want to jump into. There's a lot of stuff to catch up on. But first thing I want to do is talk about our next episode that we're doing. We're doing something pretty special that we just planned like literally a few seconds ago. For anybody who's watching or listening for the first time right now, we're doing a very special Ghostbuster Day podcast stream that's going to be live on our YouTube channel next Thursday. So make sure you guys check that out. Hit the subscribe button to get notified when we go live with that. I'm gonna try to see if I can get some Ghostbuster like figurines, like pops or something, and like.
Have a bunch. Don't worry.
All right, she's like, I'm ready. Let's do this.
We have it all on the side of the office.
I'm literally gonna look for like Ghostbuster naughty Halloween costumes
And you're
and
gonna,
stuff.
are you
so
gonna
we
mail
can
them
put
to me?
out, rate them.
Oh my God, Los would. Of
He
course he would
wants
do
me
that.
he wants me to model them.
Just
I wasn't gonna say it, but if you're willing to do it, I mean, I'm not gonna say no.
hey, come on, man. We got children.
Shut up.
We
have
got
to keep it
children
PG-13
checking
at
us out
least. We'll keep it PG-13.
for real.
That's what black tape is for. Cover up all the good parts.
So like just to check the panel, who is everybody's favorite character from Ghostbusters real quick? I just want to check.
Egon.
Egon, really?
Egon.
Okay,
Would
interesting.
you like Venkman?
Yeah, yeah, that's my guy. I don't know why. I just always like them. So
Because you want to see the line, cats and dogs living together, total chaos.
yeah, like he was
He
like
slimed me. He slimed me.
like he was like the guy that like no matter what the temperature of the room was, he can say one thing and just change the entire temperature of the room. Like I love his sarcasm. He's so fucking sarcastic. I love it. So
Timing in the movies was impeccable.
it really
So
was.
good.
Like I feel like if we didn't have him as a character, I don't know if those films would have been the same way. If it would have hit the same.
I feel
You know?
sorry for Ray in the movie, though.
Yeah, he did kind of get the short end of the stick a little bit.
How much he had to pay on the mortgage on the headquarters?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
for real. So yeah, definitely looking forward to the Ghostbuster stream. Make sure you guys check us out. We might have a few surprises for you guys. Also, another quick thing I wanted to throw in, Patreon. We officially have our Patreon page done. It is up. It is live. You guys can check us out at patreon.com/JHouze. Or if you're watching us live, just hit exclamation point Patreon in chat, and you guys can get a link for that as well. All right, so let's jump into what are we playing, watching, or listening to. Let's start with you, Viv.
What are
Any-
we playing?
If you're not playing or watching or listening to anything, you can skip it, or just curious though.
I am not technically playing, but I do watch whenever I walk in. Jay is playing the Spider-Man. He already finished. He beat the game last week, the Spider-Man game that came out.
Yeah.
So now he's going back to do what you like to do, KJ, like the all the puzzles and all the stuff.
Oh
Teaches
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
all this. Yeah, so he's going back and just doing all of that. And then what am I watching? Um, oh, we have found, and this is for all WWE World Wrestling people fans.
That'll
We
be
found
me. That'll be me.
that we found on A&E. It's called the World Wrestling Treasure Hunts, and they have old school, like, iconic World Hall of Famers, and they're trying to find missing articles of their costumes or their gimmicks so they could put it into the archives of the WWE. So they
Really?
actually, yeah, it's a
Wow.
super awesome show. So the episode that we recorded is Triple H interviewing Sergeant Slaughter,
Wow.
and they were gonna find his hat, his, like, the whip thing,
Yeah.
and
The writing prop.
what's his name, the Iranian guy, the Sharif somebody.
Oh, I know
Oh,
who you're talking about. Dang, what is his
Iron
name?
Sheik.
Iron
Huh?
Sheik.
Iron.
Yes.
Iron Sheik.
They were trying to find his boots from the infamous, what you call it, the boot camp match that they had back in, like,
Yeah.
the 80s. So that episode was very cool. So we're recording that and we're watching that, intermittently because obviously I just
So
have a lot of
now,
stuff to do.
when you say that they're trying to find this stuff, like where are they looking for it? Like what do you
They
mean?
have super fans. They have super fans that they vet, and McMahon's money is pretty much paying for, if you have, like, these specific items that are in top notch quality, they'll offer them money, or they'll just donate it for out of the goodness of their heart. So
That is really interesting. Like
A&E,
I
guys, it's on A&E. You
yeah,
should
A and
definitely
E.
check it out.
That is so interesting. I would have never thought, like, I've seen a lot of programming through WWE before, but I would have never thought to do a program series where they look for like treasure hunts for all the different wrestlers. I think that is really cool. I
Yeah,
think I
they
might actually
Yo,
watch
what's
that.
that?
on episode. We just saw episode 5 right now. So,
Oh wow. That's
and then
actually a really good suggestion. That's cool.
yeah,
I
check
might
it
watch
out,
that.
guys.
I'll watch an
WWE.
episode of anything to do with Macho Man.
I think they're gonna do one. I'm not sure because Triple H is pretty much spearheading these things because he knows that in the archives there's a lot of world wrestlers that are not recognized for anything,
Yeah.
or they don't have their ideal, like, the Iron Sheik's cape, for example. They don't have that. They just have the one boot, and they found that the boot was in WrestleMania instead of the actual boot camp championship. So, like, they're doing all this research and everything. So I'm sure they're gonna put a whole bunch of other significant players in the World Wrestling world, that
Yeah.
everybody's aware of, and then they're gonna just try to fill those archives up. But I think it's a great show. I think it's really fun.
Huh.
And you see the old people, not all old people, but, like, the older generation of,
Yeah.
the first class, I would say, of wrestlers that hardly anyone understands who they are.
Yeah.
And now you see and understand, their gimmicks and how they impacted the world wrestling, better, like, the world. So it's kind
Yeah.
of fun. And
That's
then
pretty cool.
listening, I've discovered on Sirius XM they have the 100 top 100 wave. So, like, um the Clash is pretty much, Depeche Mode, like, all these things that I
Oh, New
haven't
Wave.
heard. Yeah, yeah, the 100 top 100 new waves of that genre, and it's really
Oh, that's
fun.
easy. Depeche Mode, Erasure,
Erasure.
Yaz.
Yes.
The Clash would have to be in there.
Yep.
New Order has to be in there.
Yep.
Like, there's so many new wave bands.
I
So
have so
many.
much fun. I'm listening to that station, and it's one of the stations on the app. It's not the actual station in the actual radio. So I alternate between, and then of course my daily drive from Spotify.
I
Dude,
can't get into Spotify.
I've been considering switching to Spotify because there's so many albums that I like that Apple just doesn't have the license to that Spotify does have, and it's
Really?
really, yeah, it's really making me considering switching over to Spotify, but I don't know. I just can't get myself to do it yet. I can't get myself to do it.
Nah,
So,
dude, Amazon Music. There's where you want to go. You definitely want to go to Amazon Music.
really.
Higher quality, better streams, better variety of music.
But
So
not
many things. Even the podcasts alone, tremendous Amazon Music.
again, those things are particular to what you like. I personally just like to listen to like brief, news, music,
Yeah.
music, and that's it. And Spotify for me syncs up a lot of my stuff that I've had from like iTunes back in the day.
Yeah.
So it still syncs up my stuff and I still have it all in one account. And I think it's like really it has some rare albums that you can't find on every other platform.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And it also pays royalties to the artist.
Let's jump into your PWLs, buddy.
What I'm playing is a game on my phone called Star Trek Timelines. It's you play every character from Star Trek, essentially from every generation, every variation, and you have to travel through time. It's like this weird thing, like the time continuum split, so they all exist at once. So you go on different missions, you build up your starship, and this, that, and the other thing. You can get whatever class of ship you want, a Defiant class, a Galaxy class, whatever, but you gotta level up.
Okay.
So I kind of like it, and it's one of those things where you can play for 10 minutes, put it down, come back to it a week later, and pick it up again, and things like that. So it's kind of why I like it.
Nice.
Awesome. That's cool. And now,
so
what are you
watching? I am watching Warrior.
Oh, I've been wanting to watch that. I haven't watched it yet.
Bro.
The series, right?
Yes, the series. It's from it's based upon the writings of Bruce Lee. His daughter is the executive producer.
Yes.
The fight scenes are really good, but the drama in it is good because it's not too much, it's not too little, it's just right.
Man. It's Goldilocks.
Yeah, it's very adult. There's a lot of nudity, a lot of sex in it, but it doesn't like it fits the story. It's not like titty just for titty's sake.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The whole story.
It's titties and extras. Bits and pieces and lots of butts.
It really shows the plight of Asians when immigrating from China into the San Francisco area. So it really does highlight like discrimination.
And this is on Cinemax, right? I think.
I'm watching it on HBO Plus, but I believe it's on Cinemax.
Okay. So, Los, are you listening to anything new right now, or not really?
I'm listening to Imelda May. That is rockabilly music. That is kind of like
interesting.
That is kind of a weird kind of rock, kind of swing with a very light touch of country. Say again?
Like postmodern jukebox.
Yeah. Yes, postmodern jukebox is that too. Imelda May's on it, and what got me onto that because I listen to ska music, and that just wound up on a playlist, and I was like, oh, let me check them out. And Imelda May has such a good voice. And they have a cover of Tainted Love that's one of my top favorites.
Yeah, really good. My gosh, Keith, where have you been?
I've been watching Friends.
Listen,
no,
Keith the trip hop.
Yeah, yo, honestly, Los, I really gotta owe that to you, and like that's part of what I've been listening to lately too. Like I've been listening to ever since you introduced me to trip hop, I've just been on this major like synthwave, just chill vibe type music for so long, and it introduced me to so many different artists, man. And that's just like a genre that is just so underrated, man. But there's so much great music. Like I was listening to the Alive album of Portishead, throwback kind of group right now. They don't make music anymore. But man, that is
they're coming back.
They're coming back.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Hello.
Oh my
You
god.
don't follow
Uh,
them on Twitter, son? Where have you been?
I used to
Oh,
follow them on
Watch me
Twitter.
right this way. It's been.
I follow one of them. I forgot which one I follow, but they haven't posted in like years. So it's just like, whatever. Then I just
no,
stopped
no,
paying
no.
attention to
She
it.
posts. You have to. Okay, so she sang with the London Symphony, and she did this whole series on all of her stuff with Portishead, but through the London Symphony, and they did it so beautifully. I mean, I was like crying in tears. But anyway, so I followed her when I saw her on AX. I think it's AX channel on TV, where they have a whole bunch of concerts.
I don't know.
And she was doing her concert live on that channel, and I was like, oh my god. So I followed her on Twitter, and then now everything I get from Portishead or her, she's on, and she just announced that she's gonna do a thing, and they're coming back, and I'm so excited. All right, that's enough.
Oh man, yeah, Portishead is great, man. As far as what I'm listening to right now, I just started listening to. I'm like halfway through his album. J. Cole dropped a new album. Um, and Viv, I think you said you listened to it, right? The
Yep,
off
I heard
season.
it all. It wasn't what I expected, and that's not a bad thing. I personally only recognize J. Cole from him doing a collaboration with Miguel and his original first J. Cole, the R&B album that he dropped like many
Okay.
moons ago. But I wasn't expecting him to be such a vocal, more like a rapper kind of dude with swag.
Yeah, yeah.
Because after those two albums or those two tunes that I heard of him, I haven't heard anything else. And
Okay.
I know, Co-World, that's like his thing, and I get it. But like, I wasn't aware that he was so vocal, like in terms of like rhythmically vocal, like not a singer, more so a rapper.
Yeah.
And it was very impressive, but it wasn't like there are some parts of that album that I'm not too inclined to listen to again, but there
Yeah.
are other parts that are just absolutely like really good. Yeah.
Yeah. I would have to say from like I've been following J. Cole since he came out. Like I remember seeing one of his very first few concerts when I saw Rihanna like years ago. Like he was the opening act for her. So I've been following him since like the beginning, and lyrically, he's definitely one of the top dogs that's in the business right now, next to Drake, next to Kendrick. Like when you think of lyricists, like those are some of the guys you think of
Yeah,
because
don't give me
of
credit.
Post Malone in that category? Would you put Post Malone in there?
me personally, no.
Okay.
I mean I don't know. I feel like his style is just a little more poppy.
More like
In my
college.
Yeah, yeah, it just seems a little more poppy. How come you don't like J. Cole, Los? I'm just curious.
I don't. He just doesn't appeal to me.
Doesn't appeal? Okay. It's cool.
No, I mean I'll play him at a party if they ask me to.
Yeah.
I'll put him in rotation, but not something I would choose.
What I'm currently playing Resident Evil 8, and I gotta say I am freaking loving it. Freaking loving it. I think for me, this might possibly be game of the year material for me, honestly. I've been a big fan of Resident Evil since the beginning. I feel like this one, they take a little bit of a departure from the zombie mechanic a little bit. I haven't finished the game. I'm maybe about halfway through at this point, maybe a little more than half.
Didn't you play the demo online?
Yeah, I played the demo.
Yeah, I saw that stream.
Yeah. And it's so eerie, man. Like Resident Evil, the past two Resident Evils do something to me that not too many horror games do. It literally scares the shit out of me. Literally, like
But you've been married, so that's a powerful statement.
exactly, exactly. It's crazy. Queen, what's up? How you doing? Thank you for stopping by the podcast today. Much appreciated. Queen could attest. She watched some of my Resident Evil streams. I don't think I've ever jumped as much as I have jumped in a game from playing Resident Evil. It's freaking scary as hell. You feel like you're going through these house of terrors to like find your daughter, basically, find your wife. And I just think they do it very well. If anybody who knows Resident Evil, I feel like this game kind of calls back to Resident Evil 4, one of the best in the franchise. And it gets back to that horror aspect. Before Resident Evil 7, I feel like the franchise was kind of going towards like a Michael Bay kind of thing, where it was like turning real, trying to go from all like horror film to action film. And this game is just amazing. It being in first person makes it more immersive. The characters you face are just full of different, like they're just very like they're very charismatic, basically. And that's something that this franchise has suffered for, like having characters that you don't care about. But this one does it well. You have vampires, you have Likings, and it's just a great freaking game, and it's fun. It's a fun game. So
You have lichens?
yeah, Likings, like the werewolves.
Werewolves?
Yeah,
Lichens.
yeah. And
Not
I was surprised by that too when I heard that they were going to have Likings in it. I was a little surprised because I'm a big fan of what's that vampire movie?
Underworld.
Underworld. I
Underworld.
love Underworld,
With
and
such a good rendition of the lichens.
and honestly, like you kind of get that feel in this game basically with the Likings. Like they play a big role in it. But yeah, I'm loving it. I haven't finished it yet, so once I finish it, I'll definitely let you know
Is
know
it
what I
like
think of the
that
full game.
Batman game that you were playing, the Arkham Asylum one? Is it that long?
It doesn't feel like it's gonna be that long because I don't want to say too much by spoiling it, but yeah, it doesn't feel like it's gonna be that long. I think some people say they finished it in like 20 or less hours, maybe. So
Okay.
depending on how much you take your time. But it's on all platforms except for Switch. It's a beautiful game, freaking beautiful. So definitely check it out if you're into horror games for sure. What am I watching? I just got finished watching Tenet. Did any of you guys
Don't
watch
say
it yet?
anything. Don't say
No?
anything. It's on my watch list.
It's on your watch
Not on
list.
the watch list.
Why
wanna
that
see it.
face, Los? Why that face?
I know.
No, I see the trailer and I'm like,
Like
it
you're
doesn't look.
smelling poop or
interesting.
something, man.
I know.
It looks like a watered down Inception.
I'm not gonna spoil anything like she said, but it does. It does
has
give you
that air.
Inception vibes. It gives you Inception vibes. It really does.
I still watch it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, after watching this film, I see why they wanted this film to be released in theaters. This film is an experience. It's not just a movie you just get some popcorn and just watch it and then forget about it. This film is definitely an experience. There are some things they. What you say?
So was Endgame.
Oh no, Endgame was just on a different level.
It's just, oh man. I'm so glad I was able to watch it and I had the theater all to myself that day. I was like, yeah.
I was so glad I watched
talk
that
to the
movie. Huh?
So you could talk to the screen.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
Shit, what you gonna do now?
Exactly. I was so glad that I watched that movie in theaters. Side note, by the way, Endgame was an amazing experience.
I had a box of tissues all ready to go.
But yeah, I would say, I mean, for me, the story didn't carry me too well in this film. I didn't really care for it too much. But there are just some things they do with special effects in this film that is just like, it blows my mind.
It's
Like-
an Apple based, like Apple is produced it, right? No.
Apple?
Who produced
I don't think so. IMDb. Who produced Tenet? Los, do you know?
No, but I can IMDb it.
Yeah, IMDb that. I don't think Apple produced it though. It's a Christopher Nolan film.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now
Chris.
set.
Yeah, exactly. So like you know how
We
his
know.
work goes. Exactly. You
We
know.
how that works. Yeah.
But this
Yeah.
film this film won Academy Awards for Best Production Design and Best Visual Effects this year. And actually no, it was nominated for Best Production, but it won for Best Visual Effects. And well deserved. Like I said, the special effects in this movie are just it's bananas, dude. It's some stuff in here. Say it again.
Didn't he also do Interstellar?
Yeah.
Nolan, I
think so.
think so. I'm not 100% sure.
The one with
Don't.
Sandra Bullock, right?
No, I don't think Sandra Bullock was in that.
No, the one with Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey, yeah. I don't
Oh,
don't know.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just based off the special effects alone, I think it's definitely worth the experience, to be honest with you. I think it's worth the experience. So um so yeah, that's our PWL. Do any of you guys have a random fact that we want to jump into before we jump into our soul topics real quick?
I have one. Hold on 1 second. Dance music can help ward off mosquitoes.
What? Dance music will help you ward off mosquitoes?
According to a 2019 study published in the Journal of Attica Topica, the Skrillex song Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites combines very high and low frequencies as well as excessive loudness and constantly escalating pitch that discourages yellow fever mosquitoes from biting victims and mating. Then again, Skrillex could stop anybody from mating.
All right, chat. So there we go, guys and listeners. If you have mosquitoes, turn on Skrillex really loud, and you can get rid of them. There you go. There you go.
I have one.
Oh, you have one? Let's go. Let's hear it.
Honeybees are more likely to dance for their nest mates if they've been given cocaine.
What? Here's my question. Like, how do you? What makes?
Honeybees.
Okay.
Honeybees. And meanwhile, just know, side note, honeybees are the important bees, not the asshole bees.
Yeah, not the asshole ones.
Honeybees are more likely to dance for their nest mates. They have their own dance party if they've been given cocaine.
What? Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Here's my thing. When people come up with these facts about stuff in the world, I sometimes wonder what makes you think to try that. Like, who woke up and said, you know what? I want to give a honeybee some cocaine today. Like, what? Like, how do you know that? Like, I don't understand it. Like,
was really high and said, "Come with me."
Maybe it was one of those drugged up actors from like back in the day who had like bees for pets, and then he accidentally like spewed it in their face. Like, oh, wait a second, look, they're doing something. They're reacting. You gotta put, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand that one.
Another fun fact, because I have a love for octopi.
Octopi.
An octopus actually has 6 arms and 2 legs, not 8 legs. They're all tentacles.
Arms.
They're all tentacles, but there's 6 arms and 2 legs.
Interesting.
Not 8 legs.
6 arms and 2 legs. Okay. So could you imagine if that thing was like on land, standing up on his legs with flailing about?
3 words were coming to my head. Run, Forrest, run.
Come here, Maui. Chat, could you imagine that?
Saying, no, thank you.
Oh my god.
It's a mini Cthulhu on land.
That would be terrifying, dude. That would be so freaking terrifying. Oh,
He's one
man.
of my favorite friends.
Here's one of my
Cthulhu.
Here's one of my random facts. This is from facts.net. A gene is the cause of one being negative almost all the time. So if you're having a day and you're just being an asshole, you're being negative Nancy, it's because you have that negative Nancy gene in your bones.
Is that the Karen gene?
What is...
Does it say what kind of gene it is? Is it Levi's?
Wow.
I'll be here.
For some reason, for like a second, I thought you was being so serious. I was like, no, it doesn't say what...
Yo, you made Kay do the face palm. He was like, oh, Lord. Oh, God, no, not that.
That was good. She did a funny, guys. She definitely did a funny. That was impressive. I like that. Oh,
every so
wow.
often the brain works. Yeah, you know.
Every so often. All right, guys. Let's get ready to jump into our news topics real quick. And I guess I'm going to kind of jump into this topic to get it out the way, get the negativity out of the way. I wanted to get your guys' quick opinion on the Andrew Brown shooting that we got video footage of. So
that happened here, right?
Yeah, I think so. When he was in a car. Yeah.
North Carolina?
Yeah. So there was video footage of a young black man named Andrew Brown. I guess he was being served for a warrant for his arrest. A bunch of like task force officials popped up on him with guns, AKs, like they were literally about to raid a house type, arsenal. And I guess he was getting in his car. As they approached the car, he like backed up and then tried to like speed away. He almost hit one of the officers, and then they loaded like 14 bullets into the car. So like now there's like a question of like, should they have done it to that extreme? Should they have just shot the tires? I just want to kind of get your guys' opinion on that real quick.
There's two things you have to look at it. One is police officers are under a lot of stress. One, and they have a tendency to overreact if they have a lot of stress. Two, if he almost hit a police officer with his car, they're instantly going to think he's violent. Should they have unloaded as much? Absolutely not. Should they have probably found a different way? Yeah, they should have. You know.
Yeah.
But I don't have enough information to actually give a worthy opinion. I can only speculate. And once you start running away, you're resisting arrest. And once you start resisting arrest, you, by doing that, have unfortunately opened up a bad can of worms. And these cops aren't thinking rationally at that point. It's high stress, it's adrenaline, and they're not going to make the best judgment.
And then
Yeah.
something you also
Not that I'm defending them. I'm just saying that,
right.
you know, the cops went overboard. But once they feel their life is in danger with him almost running over a cop, their brain isn't thinking, let me handle this a different way. They're going to think very differently. And again, him probably hitting them was probably, not his intent, but, that's, that's after the fact. And after the fact, hindsight is 20/20. And we can say anything we want. We weren't there. We don't know what happened. And again, like I said, they went overboard. But we weren't there
allow
to...
me to interject just one thing. Coming from New Jersey, we have a different perception on safety, cops, and everything, because down here, we're allowed to conceal and carry. We're allowed to have weapons in our possession and in our cars. So cops down here are even more inclined to be on stress, because there's any given time they can just, whoever they're stopping, they can just,
Yeah.
and shoot and go. But like Carlos said, the moment that you evade any kind of resistance, like if you're running your car and you're trying to like escape, you're already in their bad juju set, like in that radar, in that box of you are doing wrong. But at the same time, there's a lot of situations happening because it's Black Lives Matter. It's because there's racial profiling. It's because the cops were, white, or they were not black, or what have you. They were sheriffs, or they were deputies. It depends on the caliber, on the category of the officer. Law enforcement now is under so much scrutiny, particularly down here, because of that, and it's not always a welcoming thing anymore. There is a very little respect for them. I mean, a firefighter is loved more than a cop down here. and I think,
yeah, it seems like in most places, yeah.
But like, I mean, in general, on a general standpoint, but I do agree with Carlos that the law enforcement officers here are under so much stress and scrutiny that, body cams are the best thing for their defense in any way. And if they don't use it properly, and if they don't abide by law and protocol properly, then they should be, not detained, but like reprimanded.
Yeah.
And they should be given, either their detention or something like that. A disciplinary action should be in place. But For what it's worth, this guy already was in the bad. He was in the red with law enforcement because he
Yeah.
had a warrant.
But
But him trying to
again,
avoid arrest puts him even more in the red.
Yeah.
And the cops, because they're trying to protect everything, they're just, But
Yeah.
yeah, but
you're
at the same
right.
token, I mean, they showed up with AR-15s.
Right. They shouldn't have done that. I think that
My
should not
question
have been
is,
the case.
why do they think they need that? I mean,
Because down here,
there's
everyone
very
has
few
the
cases
ability
where,
to have a weapon.
yes, but there are very few cases where an AR-15 is necessary. If he's a drug kingpin, yeah, I can understand all the hardware, but a lot of people react in fear, and he might have just reacted in fear, to
Yeah. I
run,
mean,
but
yeah, if somebody pulls up to your car with some AR-15s, you're going to be spooked. I don't care if you're a drug dealer or not. Like, that's not a pleasing sight. Like, there was literally like a truck. Like, there was literally like a truck full of officers sitting in the bed with
pickup truck,
with
yeah.
yeah with their guns ready, cocked, ready, and loaded. So it's got to be a very intimidating sight. I don't know. I just thought it was very very interesting.
According to an article in CNN, and this is to quote this article by Eric Levinson and Melissa Alonso, they said that they did not follow their own policies, the cops, and they were not being safe during the whole entire interaction.
They weren't.
No, they were not.
Yeah, because like my thing is like I saw the video footage. Just only like maybe 10 seconds, if that. This is like you're just firing out into the open. Kids could have been out there. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know who was in the car.
It happened during the daytime.
Yeah.
Elizabeth City is not a big city here down in North Carolina. It's a very, very quiet, small city. And, it's like Lyndhurst, if you guys think about it that way. It's that kind of a town. It's quiet. Everybody knows everybody's business.
Yeah.
And for what it's worth, it was the county sheriff who came to do and serve that warrant. It wasn't a local cop. It wasn't the local police. It was the county sheriff.
Yeah, but still, SOP, standard operating procedures, is to block his exit. They should have used the pickup to block his exit.
Exactly.
And then proceed forward.
Yeah, very true. I didn't think about that.
He also
there's a lot of...
He also had 2 felony warrants, and the search warrant was towards getting his stuff in his car, so
yeah,
it was 2 felony warrants on his name. He was already in the red, but the treatment, and again, it's the speculation, it's a very hairy situation. Like, you have to be super uber sensitive, and tactful in how you surgically go about dealing with it, and not everybody has that ability anymore because everybody's so jaded.
Yeah.
Again, it falls back to police officers need constant psychic evaluations to see if they have PTSD, and to see if they're still mentally capable to do the job. If they're not mentally capable, they shouldn't be doing the job.
Yeah.
My brother's a cop. So many of my friends are cops, and let me tell you something. I see that stress, and they need that evaluation for their mental health and for the public safety.
Yeah. I just feel like when it comes to this kind of topic, there's not really like just a one answer fits all. It's always a lot of gray area. This a lot of these times where we get video footage of things happening, we can give our opinions on it. But like Will said, sometimes it's hard to really judge it because we don't know, like you said, why did they go there with that kind of arsenal? Like, what happened? What made them think, hey, we need to go in there guns blazing like Call of Duty? You know what I mean? Like, what made them think that? So obviously it's probably more to the story. I just saw the video footage today. I just wanted to kind of get you guys' opinion on it because that's kind of like the main topic that's going on right now, is people are just trying to figure out, like, man, was this too much? We don't know. So On a lighter note, did any of you guys get to check out the Venom 2 trailer? Or actually, did you see Venom 1 first off? Before we
Yes.
jump into that.
I
Saw
did.
Venom 1 and saw the trailer. They could have done better with the trailer.
Really, you think so? I kind of feel the same way too, honestly.
I
kinda
thought it
feel-
was nice. I thought it was like, the movie itself. It's Tom Hardy.
Yeah, Tom
I just-
Hardy. That's all you gotta say.
Tom Hardy has a lot of special actor.
Okay, what does that mean?
Listen, he was in Batman as Bane.
Yeah,
So with
And you
that,
couldn't understand the word he said.
exactly.
I couldn't understand a damn thing he said throughout that entire film.
He
Seriously.
he is particular on how he acts. You know, he did a rom-com with the guy who did Star Trek. I forget his name right now. But with Reese Witherspoon, they were fighting for the same girl,
Mhm.
and he was like a secret agent or something, and they would like spy on each other because they.
Oh,
You guys seen that one?
yes. Yes.
You seen
Oh
that?
my god, that was a funny fucking movie.
It was a funny, and he was funny there. He's good in slapstick funny, and I think they're trying to mesh the dramatic aspect of who he is as an actor and put it in a funny comedy
Yeah.
connected situation. So Venom 1 tried that, in my opinion. Venom 2, I feel like it's gonna go in the same direction. So, but the trailer was very well thought out. I think it was very nicely done for a trailer. So
I'm just-
Carnage is such a evil character in the comic books. So I don't know how they're gonna,
get to that
dilute
evil.
it enough for the regular audience. Like,
Yeah,
It's bad,
it's funny you say that. I was thinking the same thing when they said they were doing Carnage. I was part of me, like the comic book part of me, was like, oh yeah, Carnage on film, hell yeah! I've been waiting for that for decades. But like thinking about how the last film was, I'm just like, I don't know if they're gonna do that character justice. I feel like I'm gonna be disappointed, to be honest, because of how that character is and because of the PG-13 rating. I just don't think they're gonna be able to really let Carnage be Carnage. You know what I mean?
and
Uh,
Woody Harrelson is gonna be like channeling his that movie he did where he played a serial killer.
Oh, damn, what was it? Was it The Replacements?
Wait, what?
No, not The Replacements.
No.
Woody
Um,
Harrelson?
Woody
Woody
Harrelson
Harrelson.
did a film years ago where on the cover he's wearing like sunglasses without the arms on it. What is the name of that film? Jeez.
IMDb. Natural Born Killers.
Natural Born Killers.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
with
Yes.
Norman Reedus.
Yes. I remember that film. I haven't watched it in forever, but yeah, I remember that film. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was not a big fan of the original Venom film. I felt like Tom Hardy's character was just very weird. Like you said, he does slapstick comedy very well, but when he does like super serious stuff, depending on the serious stuff, but when he's trying to be serious and funny, it just feels weird. I can't get with his character as Eddie Brock. I just can't get with it. I just don't like it. It's not interesting. I didn't find the first Venom interesting. I'm gonna watch the second one because it's Carnage. Like, why not? But I don't think it's gonna.
You can watch it because of the podcast.
Yeah, and because of the podcast to talk about how much I probably didn't like that one. Like, I'm not counting on it to be good. If it is, I will give it props. I would give it props. I mean, Woody Harrelson is in it. That's a very interesting cast choice right there. But I'm gonna watch it. I mean, we'll see. This is supposed to be leading into like the next phase of like the whole Spider-Man universe. So let's see where it goes.
Oh, and side
Tom
note.
Hardy also did the voice for Venom.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought they used like a different guy's voice, but that's actually pretty cool that he
No,
did that.
That's his voice. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Well, we
interesting.
know because, he did Bane.
Yeah.
He can do voices.
He
but
could do
side-
voices that we can't understand, of course.
Of course.
Let's jump into our show topic here. I'm probably gonna skip a few topics today. So Twitch is in the news again, as always. When are they never in the news? There's a Twitch streamer, Amouranth, who has recently gotten her ad revenue suspended by Twitch. She is what you would consider a bikini plastic pool streamer, where she sits in a plastic pool.
They called her a hot tub Twitcher or something
Hot
like
tub,
that.
there you go. Hot tub Twitch streamer. And yeah,
Wow.
that's her content basically. And
Welcome to Twitch, people.
okay, welcome to Twitch. So I think that this happened because Twitch is trying to change the image of their platform. Obviously that website makes money based pretty much mostly probably off ads and things like that. So if a company who's trying to get an ad on your website goes to your website and they see a girl in a bikini in a pool, they're like, whoa, like I don't want to put this Disney ad on your website, you know? So as a content creator, what do you guys think? Do you think that's fair to her for taking away one of her revenue
No,
streams?
it's not fair to her because it is not against the terms of service.
Very true. Mic drop. That's it.
So
End the conversation.
that's it. End the conversation for me. Not
Yep.
against the terms of service. There's nowhere in the terms of service does it say that. So she should be allowed her revenue, and they should have warned her ahead of time, because you know what? She brings in people. She brings in money for advertisers. You know, so she should have been warned. Hey, we're changing our terms of service. This is going to happen. You know, you're warned. So decide what you want to do.
Yeah, the word is that apparently there wasn't even a conversation with the content creator when it happened. It's just that they just deactivated it and that was it. There's always a constant conversation in the content creation space where a lot of people are a little upset when women are using their body to basically make content, and you have other content creators who aren't doing that, whether they're making music or whether they're doing woodworking streams or cooking streams. And a lot of creators feel like the integrity of the platform or just content creation in general is being overran by softcore porn. So I don't know, Viv, what's your perspective on it as a woman? Like, I'm just
Well,
curious to see.
so there's always a double-edged sword, and it's always a catch-22. I mean, if I were to come here in a bikini top or whatever that has, like, you know, the legs of your Christmas story thing hanging from my, you know, and of course everybody will be like, Carlos, right? But
Yeah,
at the same
Do you,
time,
girl? Do you?
what does what does that say about me? Like, how do I want to be portrayed? Because then you think about it, I might be 22 years old and do it, and then like when I'm 42 and I'm trying to apply for a particular job or something and they see that,
yeah,
that's going to be, you know, reflective of me. So I always say, as a female in the media or social media from any standpoint, um, do things that you know you will be okay to see in 15 years. You know, who would have guessed 10 years ago I had super black hair and now I have like blonde streaky hair, you know, like it's a
yeah,
total different, you know, it's a totally different look, it's a totally different feel, and you know, you're not always, you know, with the times or with the styles or whatever. But
yeah,
content wise, if it's making money for you as a woman who is an entrepreneur, I would say just be mindful of that, because you will get a lot of backlash. She's getting backlash because she is doing the kind of content that she wants.
yeah,
And like Carlos says, the terms of service and the terms and agreements that the content creator has doesn't always translate well when it comes to the legality part of it. And then because she's female, there's other stuff on top of that. And the stigma of being a female in an all male world, not to be, you know, offensive to anyone, but still, we have that stigma where women are still viewed a specific way.
too
Still.
late. I'm offended. I'm offended. Get off the show. I'm
Pew,
done.
I'm just jealous that I can't earn money by sitting topless in a hot tub.
pew.
They're not enough chubby chasers.
Oh man.
Pew,
No,
pew,
bro,
pew.
but listen, I mean, yeah, I am making jokes, but the reality is, it's not against the terms of service. They should not have denied her ad revenue, okay? She's playing by the rules and punishing her. And I think that is very unfair. blank.
Yeah, it sucks, man. So I mean, it's
Yeah, and you always have to tread lightly. As a female, you always have to tread lightly on where you're standing with social media on any platform, be it a popular one like Twitch or anything normal like an Instagram or TikTok or whatever. Because there's always gonna be people who are gonna evaluate that and say, "Oh, she's doing this because of blah," or "Look at that,"
yeah,
and they're gonna think what you said, like it's softcore porn. Like why are
yeah.
we having half naked women on certain levels for certain things?
I agree. I agree. I just it sucks. I mean,
Does
especially when it's your career. But as far as the other people who are like complaining about it, man, if you're having problems with your content, you just need to get more creative. If that's how they have their hustle, do your thing. I mean, that's like going out here saying, "Oh, well, all the strippers in the world should be fired because, you know, they make more money than me." Like, what? Then go find another way to make more money. Like, just get over it. Like,
Or
that's
go
just
start
what it.
stripping yourself.
Or go start stripping yourself, man.
open your own Pornhub channel. I mean,
There
come
you
on.
go. There you
You know
Pornhub has a
what?
community. Everybody, Red X. What's the other one?
OnlyFans, you got OnlyFans out there. We're gonna jump into one of our main topics that I just want to like jump into before we get out of here. So we're like pretty much getting to the halfway point of 2021. We had a lot of great content, games, film, TV shows, etc., etc. I wanted to know for each of you what that's coming later on this year. What are you looking forward to that's coming later on this year? And what do you think people should be kind of looking forward to as well? What would you recommend, or something that you're excited about, basically?
I'll go second. So up to you, Viv. You start.
Okay.
Okay.
So, hold on. There was I need to just check to make sure. There's an HBO movie that's coming out.
Okay.
Viv is probably going the one time he doesn't want to have diarrhea in the mouth.
I know.
You want me to go first, Viv?
No, it's okay. Yeah. Go ahead. It's okay. Oh
Okay.
no. Wait. I found it.
Okay.
So, last week, we did a movie night because obviously we still can't go to our theaters down here because they're still closed. But slowly they're opening up. But we saw the movie Those Who Wish Me Dead with Angelina Jolie. And it was one of those haphazard things that we didn't realize that it was on HBO Plus or HBO Max.
Okay.
And it was fantastic. It had the guy
Really?
from Walking Dead. It had Beast from the X-Men. It had a little boy who looked like Baby Beast. But he was amazing, and the acting was great. The scenery was fantastic. I mean, the whole thing was just outstanding. And though Angelina, bless her heart, is how she is, she did still a good job. Like, she did an excellent job. Like, she has the Lara Croft thing going because it's in the wild and she's a survivalist and she's, taking care of, fire station tower thing, but it was a very good movie. I recommend it if you all have like HBO Max, because that's a good thing to have.
Oh wait, this is out already? This is
Yep.
out already? Oh
Yeah.
no, the question was what's coming later this year that you're looking.
The Space Jam, also the Space Jam Legacy with
Oh,
LeBron
okay.
James. And then the other one was where the
Space Jam. I'm a little iffy about that. I feel like that's gonna be bad.
I'm
Whoa, this movie Wish Me Dead looks freaking insane. Holy crap. I might need to watch this.
It's it starts out slow, but it rolls really, really quickly, and it's a fantastic movie. Matrix is coming out at the end of the year.
Matrix, I
Oh,
forgot
is
that
it?
was coming out. That's this year?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was coming out next year.
Me too. Ooh.
The Ghostbusters movie is coming out.
I'm looking forward to that.
In the Heights is coming out in June. I'm a big fan of Lin-Manuel Miranda, and he is one of my favorite all-time Broadway show people.
Mhm.
He has done an excellent job trying to keep. Okay, so any of you have seen Rent in on Broadway at all?
Oh, I
No,
haven't seen it on Broadway. No.
absolutely
You
no.
just saw
God,
the
no.
movies, I'm
Yeah.
assuming, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and even still, I was
So
tortured through it. I didn't like
I
it.
I I love that show. I saw it when it first came out with the original cast, and it was a fantastic show. It was a different spin on life for the Broadway community. And when it first came out, I was one of the first people to see it in the actual, stage. And it's been with me. It's stuck with me for a while. Lin Manuel Miranda pretty much had the same feeling because he saw the Rent movie and he saw the Rent show and he saw Rent, Rent, Rent everywhere. So that's what made him create all these different musicals and stuff for Broadway. In the Heights was his
And he
first
wrote the
one,
music for Moana.
and he did write the music for Moana.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, he did. He composed it and put it all together. He's a man, a force to be reckoned with because he is outstanding in everything that he does. Now, he did In the Heights as a project. So he did it off Broadway. He thought it wasn't going to make any difference to the world. Apparently, it took off. And
Mhm.
that got him his first Tony right off the bat.
Oh wow.
So the fact that this is gonna be a movie it's so great, and half of the cast of Hamilton is gonna be in it. So if you've seen
Interesting.
Hamilton on Disney Plus, you're gonna see most of the cast in this movie coming up, and I'm really really stoked about it. Not because it's a musical, but it's because it's representing a section of New York City that usually goes untouched, or people are scared to be in that section because the heights in Washington Heights in New York City, it's not a very pleasant area. It's very saturated, very full of different cultures and everything. So
Yeah.
there's also a lot of violence, a lot of, crazy stuff that happens up there. So it opens up the door to the people to see what, New York, Washington Heights is all about, the culture, the melting pot of, all Latinos and all Hispanic people and all Caribbean people all together. So
Yeah, I
I'm
saw the
really
trailer for that. That looks really interesting, that they're giving it that perspective
Mhm.
basically,
And
So
his words, like he's a fantastic wordsmith. Like the dude can talk about anything, like, and he can rap about anything. And
yeah.
that, and like when he did that stuff in front of the president, when he was in front of Obama, that was fantastic because
Yeah.
he just started spitting lyrics out like pew, pew, pew. And then it's like, I'm not done with it yet, but it'll eventually become a musical, and boom, Hamilton came out. Like there
Yeah.
you go.
True indeed,
so
true indeed. Yeah.
so those are my things. I know there's also the concert with Metallica and um what's the other band? There's like three bands that are gonna be on tour with two other bands that are gonna be on tour with Metallica. So they're doing a tour now. Evanescence is gonna be with Hailstorm.
I love
Evanescence and
Evanescence.
Hailstorm is gonna come out on a tour as well, and I'm really hoping that I can get tickets because I really want to go see them. I
Yeah.
also want
Ticketmaster, if you're listening, we wouldn't mind a sponsorship.
Yeah,
to.
yeah, right?
And then of course Chris Stapleton, he's touring around as well, and I'm really excited because he's going to be touring in Jersey, and then he's going to go straight here. So I
Mhm.
really hope I get to see this. And then I know Mana was supposed to do a tour, and Mana is a band in a Spanish rock band, and they're one of my favorite bands ever. And I hope they
Mhm.
come back because I would love to see them back here.
Yeah.
So hockey season is well on its way out, so we're really excited that at least the Carolina Hurricanes are still playing. So that's stuff that I'm really excited about. I mean, there's a ton of stuff. I'm just, giving
Yeah.
highlights. Sorry.
Nah, hey, it's all
Wow,
good, man.
mine
It's
seems
all
so
good.
much shorter.
That's all good. It's
Sorry
all
for
good.
my verbal vomit.
Hey, that's what podcasts are for. They're verbal vomit,
Exactly.
verbal vomit bags. That's what a podcast is. That sounds so disgusting. Go ahead, Los. What about you? What is some
Mine
content
are
that you're
all
looking at?
sci-fi stuff.
All sci-fi
Mine are
stuff?
all the Orville, Star Trek Discovery, Star Trek Lower Decks, Star Trek Picard season 2. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the last season of The Expanse.
Ooh, okay.
For me,
Interesting.
I
it's
haven't
just
seen
that
that
simple.
show.
Again, I like a lot of escapism when I watch television, so I don't want to see anything. I want to see something else. I have enough of reality to be brought to a different world, a different universe, point of view, and things like that. The more positive, the better. But at the same time, like fans, I kind of like all the drama there, and where it's set.
Right.
Yeah.
I like
Interesting.
your sci-fi telenovelas.
Yeah, I love them.
Interesting.
And the thing that really gets me most excited about the Orville is they had to shut down in the middle of production because of the Rona. So
Oh,
they have
really?
four or five episodes they shot, and then they had to shut down production, and they're picking up and going on. Like one of the main cast had a baby, another of the main cast in divorce in the time of Corona. Like a lot of stuff has happened. Two main cast members got married to each other. And
Oh, really? They were getting married to each other?
no, they got married, then they divorced.
Oh, wow. Really? Holy
Yeah, like
shit.
in under a year. It was interesting.
Well, yeah, I never got a chance to check out the Orville, honestly. I've been like curious, but
Where is
just
that? Where is that being broadcasted?
It
the
was originally on Fox, but now it's on Hulu.
Okay. Okay. It's a
I was
You
on
can
streaming.
Hulu.
catch the first two seasons on Hulu.
Okay.
It
It's a
started
streaming.
out kind of Galaxy Quest, but then it turned into more not hardcore sci-fi, but more like Star Trek sci-fi. It was really good. It's really good. The one thing I don't like is they focus on one character too much. I
Yeah.
wish they would focus less on him because to me he's the least interesting character.
And let me one thing I forgot on
Okay.
Hulu since you mentioned it. The Handmaid's Tale, season 4.
Oh,
Oh, one
I tried
one other thing
watching that.
on Hulu, the new Animaniacs season 2.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay.
The
It's
season
Uh,
one
okay.
was so funny.
I
Season 1
tried
was okay.
watching
It
that.
missed a few
It's too
things. It was
much.
gradual. It missed a few things in my opinion because I was a big fan of the original, which they also have on Hulu, and you can watch all 98 episodes or
Yeah.
99 episodes. Um, but the new season that got rebooted, if you notice, every time they sing the theme song, they change something in the theme song.
Yes,
Oh, that's how
always.
they used to do it back in the day, right? I think
Yeah.
that's how they used to do it. I
Not
don't
all
think
the
they
time.
changed it. Yeah, like they didn't change it as often, but there were
But no, in
times.
this season, like in the seasons that they have for the Hulu reboot, they
Yeah.
change it every time. It's funny. Yeah.
Interesting.
But the older theme song is better.
Yes.
Of course.
100%.
Of course, the original is always
Agreed.
better. Also, chat, like, let me know if you guys have anything that you're definitely looking forward to this year for like the second half of 2021, that you're interested about. I mean, that you're interested in. I definitely want to check out the Orville though. I'm kind of intrigued by it. I just gotta get around to it, man. Like my backlog is just insanely like large right now. So I
Yup.
just I just don't have the time to
But
watch
the good thing
everything.
about the Orville is you can watch an episode now, not watch it for 3 weeks, watch a second episode, and you don't lose any because it's episodic.
Yeah,
So that's what's good about it.
yeah, true, D.
Oh, the
True.
other thing I'm looking forward to is finally getting rid of these damn masks.
Yes, that is one of my choices. Oh man, like we're getting to this point where some counties are not requiring you to wear a mask. Even though I sit here and say I can't wait to not wear a mask, even if they say we don't need to wear it, I'm probably still going to wear it because I'm so used to wearing it that it feels weird not wearing it. If that
Yup.
makes
I
any
agree.
sense. You know what I mean?
No, I
Yeah.
So,
agree 100%. Down here, the mandate has been lifted. But
really?
yet there are stores that still require you to wear masks. So if you're outdoors though, you don't need to wear it. If you've been vaccinated, you don't need to wear it.
Yeah.
I unfortunately can't be vaccinated. because I have anaphylactic reactions to certain vaccines, and
Oh wow.
Oh,
I'm not certain that this vaccine will either be beneficial or will kill me. So I'm kind of
Wow.
on that borderline.
Interesting.
Luckily, up to now, thank God, I haven't been affected by any kind of symptoms, and I've been tested twice, so I don't have um any prone, like I'm not prone to it. But
Yeah.
when you donate blood, they can do a test to see if you have the antibodies, and I've donated blood several times this year and I have no antibodies. So I don't know if maybe I might turn out to
Wow.
be like a zombie or something later on in life, but or I
no,
might
I've
be
been
one of
fully
the
vaccinated since March,
You,
so
yeah.
yeah,
I'm
That's
good.
crazy.
I haven't been vaccinated at all since last year, so
Yeah,
I
I'm getting close to making the decision to just go ahead and do it. When I first decided I was going to do it, I literally made my appointment and everything. And then like a week before my appointment, we got the notice that the Johnson and Johnson one was like having issues. And like I signed up for the Johnson and Johnson one. And that happened. I was like, "Oh crap. I'm just going to
because
wait
it
now."
was your last name too. That's
Listen,
why you
dude,
wanted to
I
do it.
work where I work. We give out the Moderna vaccine and we give Pfizer. If you need it, I'll see if I can schedule you for a Thursday at 3.
All right.
But talk to
Yeah,
me. Let me know.
yeah, cuz
Um,
it's pretty easy to get it,
from
to get the
from
vaccine
what
now.
I've seen, from what I've seen and heard, down here, the Pfizer one is the most successful. It's 2 shots. So
Mhm.
you have the first time that they give you the shot, it's not as, you don't get that many symptoms or reactions. But the second time, it does pack a punch. So if you do the second dosage, just make sure you take like the day, so that way you can sort of recover.
And
I
drink
took
Gatorade.
Moderna. Both shots did absolutely nothing to me. I wasn't even sore in the injection. It's different for everybody. I had zero.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I think everybody's body's just different.
He's
So
Maui, so
yeah, he's
you're
Maui. He can
welcome.
withstand
Yeah.
anything. Wow.
You're welcome.
All right. So
Make it longer.
my things that I'm like looking forward to, definitely just getting rid of the mask. I'm looking forward to football again, man. I'm looking forward to getting people back in the stands. I'm actually gonna try to go to a game this year with my dad. To see if we can check out at least one Jets game this year. I think I'm just looking forward to like crowd. It's as weird as it may sound. I'm looking forward to like events again, like whether it's wrestling or football or concert. I'm just looking forward to events, and I know it's gonna be hard to get those things to be normal again, but I'm just looking forward to that stuff. You know what I mean? Like interaction with people has been something that we've all been deprived of for a very long time, and I just want to get back to that. Another thing I'm looking forward to, Marvel. I mean, there's a lot of great Marvel shows coming out within the next few months. We got Loki, we got the Eternals, we have what's the other movie, Los? Damn. There's a
Oh,
uh,
Shang-Chi. Oh,
Shang-Chi.
damn. I think that's
No, Shang-Chi, Black Widow,
Shang-Chi. Yeah. Black Widow.
Eternals. Yeah, like I just
Did you all see Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Hell yeah, woman.
yes, loved it. Falcon and Winter Soldier, freaking amazing. If anybody in chat or listening to the podcast have not seen Falcon and Winter Soldier, at least watch it.
Definitely watch it.
Just watch it, man. It's such an amazing show. I'm just like, and anybody who knows us on the podcast, we're really big Marvel heads. We're big comic book heads in general, and I'm ready for this next phase of Marvel. Like this year is very important to Marvel because of the fact that everything's been pushed back, and now we're heading into that next phase. So I'm
Oh,
just curious to see.
the show with Hawkeye. Is it Hawkeye?
I think
Yeah,
Hawkeye is getting his own show. I think
Yes,
he
he
is.
is.
Yeah,
he
he
I'm
is
is.
more
getting his
And
own
I'm
excited
show.
about the
saying
What If series.
that one's coming too, so it should be included in your I'm
Yeah.
excited about.
I'm definitely really excited about Loki. I love the Loki character. He's very interesting, and I feel like this show is gonna hold a lot of weight. I mean, all the shows so far hold some pretty decent weight.
fact
But
that
this,
they put Owen Wilson in it, that was crazy.
yeah, I was not expecting to see Owen Wilson in there. But we're gonna get another interaction with the Tesseract this time around. So this could be a really hefty series that could change the future of Marvel. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just very looking forward to the Marvel content. So yeah, those are my picks for 2021. Do you guys have any recommendations before we get out of here today? Or actually, I guess you can
Get
say,
vaccinated.
yeah, get vaccinated. If
Get
it's something that
vaccinated.
you feel like you want to do, obviously.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Like the only thing I'm really looking is every September I DJ church fundraiser. I do days, Friday night, all of Saturday, and all of Sunday, and I'm hoping that it happens again. So the because I do it free of charge, so I'm hoping that it gets to happen again. So
Wait,
I'm not Catholic, and it's a church. A house of worship is a house of worship.
wait.
Gotta respect it.
So
If
you're
anything,
DJing for a
you have to
church?
say again.
So you're DJing for a church? I'm sorry, your
Yeah,
audio
they
went
have
out.
a carnival every year for one weekend,
Mm.
and I'm hoping that they do it this year. And if they hoping that DJ again, and I do it free of charge, and I do 3 days, and it's a weird, delicate balance between playing music for people in their 90s to kids in their teens. It's interesting.
Interesting change for sure.
Yeah.
That's cool. What about you, Viv? You got any recommendations or anything you want to leave the people with before we get out of here?
Recommendations. Definitely check out your local artists, local museums. I know that there are a few exhibits down here that are particularly for those who haven't had a chance to have date night. It's called Van Gogh at Night, and you go to a part of the museum, and it's free. So you can have a picnic, but you have like all different mosaic of audiovisual stuff. I know up in Jersey City there's the MMA or the MAMA, the MANA building.
Yeah.
They have fantastic exhibits on local artists to support them. They sometimes link it to an event. I know the last time I was there, there was an event with Giphy, so you make your own Giphy, and you get it sent to your phone, and you can use it for that day in the event. So support your
Interesting.
local artists. And I recommend, even though video watching and gaming and being our typical nerdy, geeky selves, and just stays in one location, try to do something active outside.
Sure indeed.
There are more parks opening up. There are more trails being opened up. I know that up there in Jersey, you have the wonderful, and I miss it so much, Liberty State Park. So go fly a kite on Liberty State Park because it's so fun to do.
I can't
And
fly a kite. I've tried it. I suck.
come on,
I
it's the
suck.
I
simplest,
ain't flying a kite.
it's the simplest thing to do.
Oh man.
But yes, enjoy the walking outdoors. Just enjoy being outdoors because of the fact that I feel 100% that the reason why Corona spread so quickly is because we have not been taking advantage of the outdoors as we should. Our immune systems are always decaying quicker because we're inside. When we were little, we used to play in the mud. We used to like hang out in the beach. We used to be, rubbed with poison ivy and, chickenpox and stuff. So like, don't negate that from your lifestyle, to be outside, to be outdoors, to get dirty. And to enjoy having your health good, So take advantage of the outdoors.
Get dirty. That's one thing you should definitely take away.
Did
Get
not
dirty.
think so.
My recommendation, if you already haven't tried it yet, try an electric toothbrush. It's so weird to say, but I tried an electric. I know, it's so weird. I tried an electric toothbrush for the first time when I moved to my apartment. So I've been using it for about 2 months now, and I freaking loved it, dude. Oh my god, it's so
Which one
freaking
did you
cool.
get?
I'm not keen on something vibrating in my mouth. Like,
Which one did you get? Which one did you get?
One I don't know the exact name of it, but it's one of the Oral B ones.
Oh,
And
okay.
like you can, it has like Bluetooth, you can connect it to your phone, and it lets you know when to replace the bristle. Like, it's
Oh,
freaking
look
cool,
at you,
dude.
how fancy Fifi you are. Oh my
Fancy,
gosh.
fancy
Fancy?
toothbrush for my
I thought the
teeth.
vibrator had that Bluetooth connectivity.
Leave it. Listen, leave it to Los to always turn everything into a sexual thing.
Well,
Hey, I'm
So
doing
serious.
I
sexual
was
chocolate.
informed. Listen, I was informed that there's a Bluetooth something that a man can get for his girl, and he can go away from the house wherever she may be, and put it on, and she has to deal with that.
Wait,
Yes,
what?
it is available.
Don't forget, guys, if you're checking us out on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you can know when we go live or whenever we post content, because we do more than podcasting. We're going to be doing short films pretty soon, music, and hopefully I can get Los to throw some of his artwork up on Discord. So we also have a Discord that will also be in the show notes. And we also have a Patreon, patreon.com/JHouze. If you guys want to support the podcast or the studio financially, you get special benefits and all that good stuff like that. So and yeah, that is the biz. Appreciate you guys checking us out.
These guys. Support these guys.
You too, you're kind of part of it a little bit too. We got right there, right there. With the live, I mean, for people
Support the
who just
chocolate bunnies.
for people who are listening at us, I'm just trying to point to Viv and I couldn't find her.
Guys, don't forget to bother KJ and tell him where's the chocolate.
Do not at me. I swear, if anybody asks me on social
Support-
media about chocolate
Support the
bunnies,
Chocolate bunnies.
I will ban
KJ,
you.
KJ, aka Chocolate Bunny.
Oh my god. Yeah, don't do that.
Hashtag KJ Chocolate Bunny.
On that note, we're gonna get out of here. Appreciate you guys hanging out, checking us out, showing love, and
Before we go, shout out to
oh.
Hacker because he watched the show today.
Oh, Hacker was in here
Hi,
today.
Hacker. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Watch the show.
Yay.
And that's the other thing, man. Big ups to anybody watching live, man. I do appreciate you guys lurking in chat, checking us out, just hanging out. You know, even if you're not saying anything in chat, we really do appreciate you guys watching us live. Hell, my mom was in here tonight. Big ups to her, man.
Hi.
Big ups to my
Mr.
mom.
Johnson.
I'm not sure if she's in chat. You know, Venus Vargas. Wow, I know you guys remember Venus. She was actually in chat too. I'm calling you out. I'm not sure if it's still here. But yeah, big ups to the live
And
audience.
Your mom's Lisa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Lisa.
So any audio listeners, man, you want to watch the show live, man, Patreon, go to youtube.com/the JHouze, man. You can watch us live. For sure. All right, for real. We're out of here. We gotta go.
Later, guys.
Later.
Bye.